Hey, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to talk about a specific use case which I recently did in one of my projects, and it is something which involves most of the resources, or most of the services which are currently trending in the market. So this would be a playlist wherein we will have four videos, and it would cover the. For today, let me just talk to you about what exactly, what is our task at hand. Yes, so the task is that we are going to work with. Let me first talk to you about the tools. Okay, so we'll be working in Azure environment, and then we have the AZ DevOps. We'll be using ARM templates as part of working within these environments, and we have the function app, and which will be working with Python code here. Okay, so let me just describe you what our scenario is. So the requirement is that we have a storage account in Azure, and which is to be monitored. So when I say which is to be monitored, there is some data coming into this account and this storage account in the form of blobs. So whenever there is a change in the blob, whenever there is an update in the blob, okay, that's when we want an Azure DevOps pipeline to be triggered, monitored, and it should trigger a specific AZ DevOps pipeline, build pipeline to be specific. So to do this, we are going to use function app, and that is where we're going to use Python. First step, what we'll do is we'll deploy a function app and all the underlying, obviously along with all the underlying resources like the server app and server farm apps we'll be using, plus that storage account which is to be monitored, templates. We will be achieving this first task. So deploying a function app plus the storage account in Azure environment. Yeah, so this is the first task. Then second, so I'm just giving a higher level, high level task at hand. Once in the next video, the next video after this, we'll be actually doing this. I'll be actually showing you this demo where I'll be creating the ARM templates containing the function app and the storage account, and we'll deploy onto Azure with a CI. So that is one. And in the next, after that, the next step would be a function. That's the Python code which basically monitors the blob. So I'll show you, how we write the code, and I'll give you the basic of the code and how we deploy it. So to deploy the function into the function app, we'll be using this Visual Studio Code. Okay, there are other ways also, using source control, using DevOps repository also you can do that. So there are different ways, but we'll be going with the VS Code. Yeah, so that is the second task at hand. And then finally we will build a demo pipeline. We'll create a demo build pipeline in AZ DevOps. We see the end result, where by end result I mean whatever the storage account we are talking here. We'll try to upload some data, some blob, into that, and we'll try to change the blob value. And whenever we change it, automatically we'll see that this particular build pipeline will kick off. Okay, so that is what our initial task was, that we want there will be a storage account which is to be monitored, and what do we want out of that monitoring is we want to trigger a build pipeline instead of manually going and triggering it. Yeah, so you can consider this as anything like, you're receiving data from maybe any of your project related data or anything specific to your application. Yeah, you're getting it in some kind of intervals, like maybe you're getting a weekly data, or you'll be getting it from a third party, and it is on a certain interval, or the interval is not yet not particularly decided. So at that time you cannot every time, it is definitely not advisable to every time go and run this pipeline manually, right? So it's all about how we are automating things. So we'll see the final end result, and that's how we'll be doing it. So so yeah, so that's the task at hand, and will be you can check out the next video to see the first task at hand. Yeah, okay, thank you so much.